Boeing is expected to move its corporate headquarters to Virginia.
Boeing is moving its headquarters to Northern Virginia.
Boeing is leaving. The aerospace giant is moving its headquarters to Arlington, Virginia, saying it wants to be close to key customers like the Pentagon.
Hi there, this is Gabby with Nex-Gen Real Estate and Property Management, serving Chicagoland, selling, buying, and managing properties. And if you enjoy content like this, please let me know by subscribing and hitting that like button. As always, you can find a link below to schedule a free consultation with me. Today, I will discuss the latest updates about Boeing moving to Arlington, Virginia. Boeing Co. will move its headquarters from Chicago to the Virginia area, where company executives would be closer to key federal government officials. The company said it will use its campus in Arlington, Virginia as the new headquarters, and it plans to develop a research and technology hub in the area. So let's dig deeper into the latest move of Boeing. First, let's take a look at this company. What is Boeing? We know Boeing as the maker of planes, but Boeing is more than that. Boeing develops, manufactures, and services commercial airplanes, defense products, and space systems. This aerospace conglomerate has three divisions: commercial airplanes, defense, space and security, and Boeing Global Services. Supporting these units is Boeing Capital Corporation, a global provider of financing solutions. Boeing was not originally a Chicago company. Its home was Seattle from its founding in 1916 to 2001. In its peak, it was renowned for making the best and safest planes. But starting in the 2000s, Boeing has been under fire for their commercial planes. The 737, 747, 767, 777, 787, 787-10 Dreamliner, the 737 MAX, and the 777X. In 2001, Boeing moved its headquarters to Chicago following its 1997 merger with St. Louis-based rival McDonnell Douglas, a decision that angered rank-and-file mechanics and engineers. According to a regulatory filing, Boeing had 142,000 employees at the end of 2021, including 12% based outside the United States. So why is Boeing moving out of Chicago? The region makes strategic sense for our global headquarters, given its proximity to our customers and stakeholders and its access to world-class engineering and technological talent, Boeing President and Chief Executive Officer Dave Cullen said. One important factor behind this decision is last year's expiration of a package of tax breaks and other incentives worth more than $60 million that Chicago, Cook County, and Illinois awarded the company when it relocated to 100 North Riverside Plaza, just west of Chicago's River from the Loop. The other reasons why Boeing will move out of Chicago are the proximity of Arlington, Virginia to critical customers and rivals, their planned research and development hub, minimal Chicago workforce, and support from Virginia's government. For one, Boeing will be closer to Pentagon, the Department of Defense, and the Federal Aviation Administration. Then it will also compete more effectively with rival defense contractors such as General Dynamics, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman. Boeing's move to Virginia is merely a business decision, most industry analysts say. Boeing confirmed that Illinois' business climate was not a deciding factor in its decision to move its headquarters. In fact, it has always been this way in Boeing's history. The company moved its headquarters to Chicago in 2001, partly to be close to its biggest client, Chicago-based United Airlines. Now, with all the controversy of its commercial airplanes' fatal crashes, most of Boeing's profitable business is with the military. So moving to Arlington, Virginia makes the most economic sense for them. Boeing is profiting from the high demand for new military hardware and space equipment. It has new jets, a tanker aircraft, and replacing the old AWACS radar planes and NASA equipment in the pipeline. And do you know the most important detail of Boeing's recent move? Boeing executives have spent less time in Chicago and more time on the East Coast. Reuters reported that Boeing's downtown Chicago high-rise was a ghost town. Watch until the end of the video to find out all the considerations and impacts of Boeing's move from Chicago to Virginia. Second, Boeing plans to make its Arlington's Crystal City campus campus into a hub for research and technology. They will focus on advancing software and system engineering, autonomous operations, quantum sciences, and cybersecurity here. Third, Boeing has a minimal workforce in Chicago. Most of the company's operational staff is in Washington, and Cranes reported that Boeing only has about 400 employees working in Chicago. And the final reason why Boeing is moving to Virginia is the strong support from the community's elected officials. Virginia's Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin campaigned last year on a promise to bring new jobs to the state. Youngkin retired in 2020 as co-CEO of private equity giant the Carlyle Group. He was personally involved in discussion about the move and had a prior business relationship with Colon, who also was an executive in the investment industry. According to a person familiar with the matter, who was not authorized to discuss the negotiations publicly. Democratic U.S. Senator Tim Kaine, a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, said Boeing's choice was a credit to Virginia's professional workforce and robust national security community. The company has adopted a hybrid ways of working in the midst of the global pandemic to engage with their people, their customers, and other stakeholders. And Boeing and its employees have invested nearly $50 million in support of Chicagoland communities in recent years. So what do you think about Boeing moving out of Chicago? Share your thoughts in the comment below. Thanks for watching, and as always, where's your future?